In a move that has sent ripples through the Indo-Pacific defense community and caught the attention of regional allies and rivals alike, the Philippines has unexpectedly suspended its much-anticipated acquisition of American F-16 fighter jets, a decision that has sparked debate among military experts and policymakers. The $558 billion deal for 20 state-of-the-art F-16 Block 70-72 fighters was intended to be the centerpiece of the Armed Forces Modernization program, symbolizing a new era for Philippine air power. These advanced jets promised a dramatic leap in capability, offering the Philippines a chance to keep pace with its neighbors and deter potential threats in a volatile region. But in September 2025, Philippine Ambassador Jose Manuel Romualdez confirmed the deal is on hold, mainly due to funding shortfalls and shifting government priorities. This isn't just a routine delay, it marks a significant reassessment of national priorities and a moment of reflection for the country's defense establishment. Defense Secretary Gilberto Teodoro had already downplayed the deal months earlier, suggesting that the government was weighing its options and considering the broader implications. He hinted at an ongoing internal debate over whether high-profile, prestige platforms like the F-16s were truly the right fit for the country's evolving security needs. The proposed package included not just the jets, but also advanced radars, precision-guided missiles, and sophisticated avionics, along with extensive U.S. support and training, an enormous upgrade for a force currently flying modest South Korean F-15s and aging aircraft. Now Manila faces tough questions about its defense posture for the next decade, as regional tensions continue to simmer and the need for credible deterrence grows. The suspension highlights a core challenge, balancing the desire for a modern, capable military with the reality of a limited budget and competing domestic needs. For the Philippines, the dream of flying top-tier jets has collided with economic constraints, forcing a strategic pause and a reconsideration of what is truly essential for national defense. As the nation weighs its options, it must now rethink how best to defend its skies and its sovereignty, while ensuring that every peso spent truly strengthens its security for the future. The F-16's $558 billion price tag is staggering by any measure, especially for a country like the Philippines, where every peso counts in national defense planning. That figure nearly matches the Philippines' entire annual defense budget, putting the scale of the proposed purchase into sharp perspective. Committing so much to a single platform would have drained resources from other critical military needs, like upgrading aging equipment, improving troop welfare, and investing in basic supplies. Hopes for U.S. financial aid or favorable terms never materialized, leaving the Philippines to shoulder the full burden and making the purchase a monumental challenge for the government. Defense Secretary Teodoro's team is now prioritizing immediate, widespread needs over big-ticket items, aiming to address vulnerabilities across the entire armed forces. The government's $35 billion decade-long modernization plan is under review, with the F-16 episode highlighting the ongoing tension between military ambition and fiscal discipline. The real cost isn't just the jets themselves, it's the decades of maintenance, pilot training, and a steady supply of munitions that follow, all of which require long-term funding and planning. The decision to pause the deal is a pragmatic move, focusing on building a balanced, sustainable force that can respond to a range of threats, not just those in the air. Manila is signaling it won't pursue modernization at any cost, and is listening to public concerns about responsible spending. Instead, it seeks cost-effective solutions with the greatest impact for its defense dollar, ensuring every investment strengthens the nation's security for years to come. Philippine defense strategy is shaped by rising tensions in the South China Sea, where China's aggressive actions threaten Manila's sovereignty. Chinese vessels routinely harass Philippine ships, ignoring a 2016 international tribunal ruling that favored the Philippines. This constant pressure forces Manila to prioritize assets that counter maritime gray zone tactics, not just high-end air combat. Advanced fighters like the F-16 are less useful for daily patrols, resupply missions, or deterring Coast Guard incursions. The real need is for persistent surveillance, patrol vessels, and coastal defenses. Every dollar spent on jets is a dollar not spent on assets that directly address China's maritime coercion. The F-16 suspension reflects a defense strategy adapting to the true nature of the threat. The South China Sea is a stage for escalating clashes with Filipino forces facing real danger. Incidents at Second Thomas Shoal and Scarborough Shoal have seen injuries, blockades, and even direct confrontations with Chinese Navy warships. These aren't isolated events. They're part of China's strategy to normalize its control and exhaust Philippine resistance. For Manila, the most urgent threat is maritime, protecting personnel, supply lines, and sovereignty at sea. This reality is shifting procurement priorities away from air superiority towards robust coastal defense and surveillance. The F-16, designed for high-intensity air warfare, is less relevant to these recurring challenges. The focus is now on assets that can respond to daily provocations and safeguard remote outposts. The modernization plan is being retooled for the real fight, at sea, not in the air. The F-16 suspension signals a broader shift in Philippine defense strategy, from prestige air power to maritime awareness. The new focus building a layered defense network for the vast West Philippine Sea. Supported by the U.S., Manila is investing in coastal radars, surveillance drones, fast patrol craft, and shore-based anti-ship missiles. These tools create a credible deterrent, making it costly for adversaries to operate in Philippine waters. Instead of a few expensive jets, the Philippines aims for a distributed, affordable system that leverages technology and geography. Persistent surveillance and sea denial are now as important as firepower. This pivot isn't a retreat, it's a smarter, more realistic approach to national security. By prioritizing intelligence and coastal defense, the Philippines is tailoring its military to today's threats. The F-16 deal was more than just a weapons sale. It was a powerful symbol of the enduring U.S.-Philippines alliance, an alliance rooted in the historic 1951 Mutual Defense Treaty. This treaty has served as the bedrock of security cooperation between the two nations for over 70 years, shaping the region's strategic landscape. The recent suspension of the F-16 deal raises important questions about the future, but both sides have emphasized their ongoing commitment to practical, on-the-ground cooperation and shared security interests. Over the years, the U.S. has provided significant security aid to the Philippines. Now, the focus is shifting. Washington is helping Manila build real, lasting capabilities. From maritime domain awareness and coastal defense to counter-coercion tools that address today's complex threats. The alliance is evolving beyond simple hardware transfers. It now includes regular joint patrols, robust intelligence sharing, and expanded military exercises that strengthen both nations' readiness and interoperability. Rather than a setback, the F-16 pause represents a strategic realignment, one that prioritizes more effective, mutually beneficial cooperation and long-term security outcomes. Washington now sees greater value in helping Manila develop a robust coastal defense network, investing in radar systems, surveillance, and infrastructure, not just supplying advanced jets. The true strength of the alliance will be measured by practical results at sea, by the ability to deter threats, respond to emergencies, and secure vital maritime routes, rather than the price tag of any single weapons deal. The real work continues every day. Joint patrols, hands-on training, and building a resilient regional security network that can adapt to new challenges as they arise. The U.S.-Philippines partnership is adapting to new realities, focusing on credible, affordable defense solutions and innovative approaches to security. Ultimately, the future of the alliance lies in deep collaboration, shared expertise, and a commitment to building a safer, more secure region together, not just in the exchange of hardware. With the F-16 off the table, the Philippines is exploring alternatives better suited to its needs and budget. The Swedish Gripen, with lower costs and flexible operations, is a leading contender. Manila is also prioritizing unmanned systems, maritime patrol aircraft, and surveillance drones for persistent coverage of the South China Sea. Ground-based anti-ship missiles, like the BrahMos, will provide a formidable coastal shield. Upgrading existing F-50 jets and expanding the Navy and Coast Guard fleet offer a more holistic, sustainable approach. The focus is on integrating air, sea, and land assets into a multi-domain system. The goal: secure maritime sovereignty with cost-effective, modern tools. The F-16 suspension is more than a budget move. It's a diplomatic signal. Manila asserts strategic autonomy, showing it won't be pressured into misaligned purchases. To Beijing, the message is clear. The Philippines is pivoting to more potent maritime defenses, not backing down. Manila is also deepening ties with Japan, Australia, and India, building a web of regional security partnerships. The BrahMos missile deal with India is a landmark, reinforcing this new approach. Defense procurement is now a tool for both security and technological development. Industrial cooperation and technology transfer are key considerations in future deals. The Philippines is leveraging its choices to strengthen both its military and its diplomatic hand. Suspending the F-16 deal is a strategic pause, not a retreat. The modernization program is shifting to focus on cost-effective, targeted capabilities, especially in the maritime domain. Multi-role fighters remain a long-term goal, but immediate investments are in coastal missiles, radars, drones, and patrol vessels. The U.S.-Philippines alliance is evolving into a collaborative model, with the U.S. enabling Manila's self-reliant defense. True security comes from fielding the right tools for the real threats, not just the most expensive ones. By prioritizing maritime awareness and coastal defense, the Philippines is making a smart, strategic bet for the future. This calculated pause is, in fact, a significant step forward.